FA Cup final is underway. Up goes Haaland. So much expected of him today. Drops here for Gundogan! It is a thrilling start for Manchester City. To make it 1-1, it's Bruno Fernandes! Just nerveless. Moves it to the edge of the area. Gundogan again!
Cup winners 2023.
Right, how's it going? Back with another video. We're going to look at the FA Cup final. Wasn't ideal. Right, now obviously as usual we're going to have a look at the lineup right now, which on this side here we have Ten Hag's lineup. As you can see, a couple of players I wouldn't put in some places, such as Eriksen. I wouldn't have played them there. I don't think I would have played him full stop in that game. We have Bruno on the right, which he hasn't ever been good at when it comes to as a winger. You know, Sancho's on the left. Don't see why you played Sancho there. We've seen in games Sancho plays better on the right. So yeah, that was Ten Hag's lineup. This is how I personally would have ran the whole team. So you see, I've put Sancho out on the right, Garnacho's on the left, Bruno's in his attacking midfield role, where he seems to play. That's where he plays best, and I think with Bruno being one of our best players without a doubt, I think we need to play him in the role where he shows that spark, which is what we needed. I would have played Shaw as a left centre back. Probably a bit, you know, some people might disagree with me, but I think that back four would have been better to come up and kind of play against City. Fred, I think he was actually one of the better players, so yeah, this is the old lineup I would have gone with. Score prediction, I did think we were going to lose that game. I thought it would have ended up being 3-1 to City. Right, so we're now going to have a look at the player performances. I'm going to go from the players I thought best, and then the last two are going to be who I think were a bit shit. So first, Garnacho. Look, Garnacho was Garnacho. I don't think I've seen a bad game. I haven't seen a bad performance from the guy. He looks brilliant. He's signed on for longer, so we have that there. So it's unlikely he'll leave anytime soon. Yeah, he looked like one of the only attackers that we had alive in that game. We saw he came on as a sub. He cut in. He took some shots.
Sure. Garnacho. Alejandro Garnacho to cut inside and so nearly bend it into the far corner. He's made a real impact since coming on.
He tried to lay off a couple of passes, didn't work out, but he wanted to play, he wanted to win the game. There was hunger there from him, which I think was lacking from a couple of other players, but that's what my thoughts on Garnacho were. Fred. Look, some people might want to complain about how does he go from the performance he did against Fulham to then the performance we saw in the FA Cup. And people are going to say that and sit there and whinge and say he should be doing better. But you're waffling. You are waffling. You can't sit there and complain about how he played against Fulham and then compare it to City. They're two completely different teams that play a different style of football and are at different levels of difficulty to play against. Like, City is another level, right? When you look at City, right, they have Phil Foden, without a doubt one of the best young English players, as a substitution at Man United and at Fulham. He's a starter without a doubt. So we have to be realistic here. Fred was one of our better players. Did he put harsh tackles in? Yes. Did he make a couple of fuck-ups when it came to passing and clearing the ball and all that? Yes. But he did a lot of pressure on players. There was a couple of times players like De Bruyne, like Bernardo Silva, he pressured those a lot. Like, there was times in the game we saw them trying to pass off to a striker, pass off to make another play, trying to make crosses into the box, trying to play through balls, and Fred pressured them, which gave players like Wan-Bissaka and like Shaw, if they'd moved up the field, him pressuring the player with the ball gave them an opportunity to drop back into their positions with less stress on them to get back and defend and all that. So, you know, I think Fred did good for that game and for what he could. I think he did very well, and anyone who wants to give him abuse or wants to say he didn't do good, you're off him. Wan-Bissaka's another player I want to have a look at. Again, I think he did well. I think he did well. He did a couple of good plays, you know, running up the right to give that support to Bruno. A lot of just back and forward kind of passing. Good plays like Bruno. He did it with Sancho a little bit. He did a couple with Rashford. So, and then getting back and defending, he did very well. Only thing I want to quickly say is that was not a yellow card. When he slid in for, if you didn't get to watch the match, or you didn't get to catch it, just before half time, Grealish was running up the left, and Wan-Bissaka, obviously being the right back for us, he was marking Grealish, and the ball was being played up to Grealish. Wan-Bissaka went to slide and clear it, and as he went to clear it, Grealish ran up to it. Now, he ended up getting a yellow card, but if you've seen it, without a doubt, whether you're a United or a City player, you have to be real and you have to be honest. He didn't catch Grealish and he didn't catch the ball. He did not, in any way, shape or form, deserve that yellow. Look, Bruno, we have to be real. That very quiet game for Bruno. And again, he's not good. He's not good on the right. He's never been good. I get Ten Hag wants to see what he can do with Bruno. I don't understand why. I get mixing Sancho from the left and the right and trying to figure out what works best for him. How do you get the best out of him? Why do you need to do that with Bruno? Bruno is, as I've said, one of our best players at the club. There's no shadow of a doubt on that. And to put him out of play, put him out of position, just made no sense at all. Look, if you want to play Eriksen in the role we'd normally play Bruno, fine. But don't put Bruno on the right then. And if people are going to say it's to drive the defenders, it's to bring defenders out forward and bring them out of place, Pelestri, however you want to say his name, I would put him out on the right then. At least he's a natural winger. He's fast. He's very good with his dribbling. So I would have put, if that's what your plan was to drive the defenders, I would have put Pelestri out on the right over Bruno every single day of the week. So yeah, it was just a very quiet game for Bruno because obviously, as you've seen, he's awful on the right. He really is awful on the right. Another player that for me was shite, and without a doubt I think every United supporter who watched that game will agree, Eriksen was woeful. He was awful in that game. He was like a ghost. There was times while watching that match I forgot he was even there. I really do understand Eriksen is an attacking player and he has always been an attacking mid. But I think we all need to realise this. People like Mark Aldridge who bang on, oh, he's an attacking mid. He's an attacking mid. Why is he playing as a central mid? He's an attacking mid. He doesn't have the legs for it. He doesn't have the legs to be an attacking mid. He really doesn't. So I can understand Ten Hag wanting him to be a central mid for that playmaking, for his passing, all that. His creative corners and whipping it into the box from midfield, whacking it up, all that. We've seen it at times throughout the season. The player can be brilliant in a certain role, but once they get to a certain age, they don't have the legs or the athleticism to play that anymore. I think the perfect example would be Ashley Young. Started off as a left mid, was converted into a left back for the same reason. He got older, he didn't have the legs anymore to play as that winger. So I understand Eriksen is an attacking mid, but he's at the stage in his career, he doesn't have the legs anymore. In the FA Cup final, he doesn't have the legs anymore to get up and down. We have to be real, he was the key reason City scored 12 seconds.
The fastest ever goal in an FA Cup final. What a hit.
he was supposed to be marking Gundogan. Whistle goes, they go back to the keeper, and Gundogan is gone. Gundogan is gone forward. Eriksen is left in dust. Eriksen couldn't catch up to him. Gundogan was gone, laid off a pass, went in towards the outside of the box, pinged into him, volleyed it in the goal, and they were up 1-0 in 12 seconds. One substitution in such an important game was one I sat there and I was like, what are you thinking? How does this help the team? So, Sancho got taken off, right? And you're thinking, oh, is he going to replace him with Garnacho? And you're like, oh no, Garnacho's already on the field. And oh, could it be Pelestri? Could we bring Pelestri now? For Sancho, you know, another winner. Fresher legs on the wing. A very creative player. And then you see Wout Weghorst getting ready. In what world, right, in what world does this player replace this player? It makes zero sense. Did Weghorst do anything? No. He did what he does as usual. He put on the pitch and ran in circles like a dog chasing a tennis ball. Did fuck off. Did he score? No. Can he lead? No. Does he assist? No. Useless. Does Pelestri score? Yes. Does he assist? Yes. Does he provide something for the team as a whole? Yes. So that's why this player for this player would have made more sense in a game like this FA Cup final. But this player makes zero sense. Right, it's the end of the video, and it's also the end of this season for United. Obviously we'll have pre-season next month, and then we'll have the Prem back in August. So, hope you've enjoyed the video. Drop us a like, that'd be very much appreciated. There's a little button, I'm pretty sure it's here, or maybe it's here, but I'm pretty sure it's here. Maybe press it. Maybe press it. And maybe press, you know, there's a little bell down the side as well. Maybe press that. Because that will let you know when I upload the video. Have a good rest of your day. And I'll talk to you in the next one.